about their history. You know?
Yeah, right.
Come on, the Empire, the galaxy doesn't have supers. Of course, they don't have the internet
Or paper.
Or paper, yeah.
Okay, there we go. So we are back and we are live once again. Thank you all for joining us and hanging out tonight. We need somebody to give us a recap from last game so we can get started.
I should open Discord and maybe a character sheet.
Wow.
Or two.
One time I didn't say it.
It's been a day.
Game is this again? Okay, here we go. Did I have notes last time?
You did.
Of course I did. Okay. So, last time. So we're in two parts or two groups. Nasara is being a distraction to the guards while Drade and the others were in the office. They now head toward the ship and they trigger an alarm. They tell Nasara to meet them at the ship. So she does some slidey down the railings. Let's see, they're starting to encounter droids that are misbehaving. Jex calls and says they are locked in trying to build the EMP, but some security droids are at the door. At the ship, we grab our weapons and fully shut down the ship and our droids. And yet, the Bruiser takes a swing at Dorn, and it knocks him from one cargo bay to the other, and the door is closing. We all run for the door, but Drade gets his hair caught in the door. We fight with a loader droid who is attempting to crush a Solistan employee with a crate. There's also a protocol droid that is misbehaving. Drade asks the Solistan to lead us to the central core. Meanwhile, Jarrus takes off in the other direction to help the Scrappies. So the Solistan leads us to an employee lift. We hear some droids approach from above. We fire at them, throw an ion grenade. Lift has stopped. Our guns are misbehaving. That was mostly to poor rolls, though, right? As I recall.
Yep.
Not to the ion grenade or the programming. And then the lift starts to fall. And droids drop onto the cage and attack us, which we are able to avoid. Montan attaches a restraining bolt on one of them. Drade uses telekinesis to keep us from dropping. Nasara shoots the droid, but then her blaster shorts out. The cage is descending. The droids keep attacking us. Jarrus is also fighting with a droid, and he takes his out. Then the rest of us make it to the bottom of the shaft, but now the doors are sealed shut, and so Drade slices through the door with his lightsaber.
And that is where we stopped. That's what we were to say. And speaking of slicing through a door, he vanished. Okay. All right. Well, final check. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Okay, so we know where you guys have left off, or where everybody has left off. Let me pull up my handy dandy notes. Boink.
Be right back.
Okay. All right, so let's pick up with Jairus.
We were making our way towards the location where the scrappies are. Right. As I understand it, there was
Gonna need to get your
droids
microphone a
trying
little
to
bit closer. Thank you.
I understand there were droids trying to break into their location.
That is
So
correct.
hopefully I can catch them in a pincer move outside. Being the daring, injured hero that I am.
Electro staff wielding smuggler that you are. Okay, so you are obviously. Okie doke, we are back. Apologize about that. Swig of my tea. Okay, so Jairus, why don't we finished off with you in the hallway, correct? Where you got shot?
Yes, I had just downed the last droid and was moving on further deeper in towards the Scrappy's location.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you are proceeding forward at this point after having scrapped the two droids that were trying to stop you with your electro staff. Bring that down. There we go. And why don't you give me? I need to get a character sheet pulled up. 1 second. I don't need that.
Oh, I also forgot my character sheet. I pulled
Again?
up Discord and nothing else.
You forgot it again?
Yes. Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
I shouldn't admit that.
It is one of those nights, I guess. Okay. I keep forgetting this. I don't know why, but I've got. That's why I pinned it. So investigation, here to find, search, gather somebody else's activities and searches in general. Yes, that's what I thought. All right, so Jairus, give me a search check as you are attempting to make your way down to where the scrappies are at in the in the laboratory where they're trying to make an EMP, just in case everything else goes bad.
You're muted.
So I rolled a 6 with the wild die being a 1. So I'm assuming this is continuing to be a stressful situation.
Wow, you only have 2 for search?
Well, I have 3, but I'm wounded, so I'm down.
Oh, right. Thank you for picking up on that. I forgot. Great deal. Okay, so Al. All right, so you come spinning around a corner at this point on your way towards where the direction, anyways, where you know the lab's at. Can't really feel that part. As you spin around, you end up coming like face to face and can't stop in time and smack right into a door that's already been sealed. So it sends you back on your butt. Doesn't do any additional damage, but it does stun you temporarily for the round as you collide with this with some impact. And stumble back forward onto like one knee, and realizing that is primarily the door you're going to have to get around. You're going to have to negotiate something here. You're going to have to try and find another way through, or run until you find something that you can turn to try and get in that direction. But that's probably going to take you way off. The hallway, of course, keeps going down, both directions on either side.
Yeah, but she's working against me. Well, she tried to eat me with the door.
True.
Yeah, she likes doing that. Yeah.
Well, I saw Montan do this once. I've got a couple of spare blaster power packs. And I do have demolition skill. So I think I'm going to emulate Montan and pull my way through the door. That'd be quickest route instead of searching for home.
You're kind of breaking up there, Matt.
So my idea is to blaster pack demolition the door, emulating Montan and his demolition skill, use my own demolition skill.
Okay, I caught most of that. You may want to double check something on your side. Your signal's really bad all of a sudden. But go ahead and give it a roll.
Well, a 3. It's not my night.
Okay. Well, you
I'd
pull
say
out your.
re-roll that if you have it.
I don't know if he has or not.
I'd love to if I had a reroll, but I don't.
So that would be a no, unfortunately. All right, so you pull out your blaster packs. You had a good idea running it first, and you're kind of standing there in the hallway, and you realize you don't really have anything that's going to stimulate a type of blasting cap to set everything off, or anything you can spark off to make it explode. So you have battery packs you can blow up. You don't really have anything to make it go explodey.
All right. Then we're just going to have to run to find an alternate route.
Okay, give me another search check.
You just like me failing, don't you?
Well, when you got a die pool of 2, it's kind of tough.
It's better than 1.
This is true.
Oh, there we go. 14, because the wild die exploded.
Oh, I didn't. Did I want to? No, I didn't want to do that. So 1 second. And Brittany has redeemed a reroll, so you now have one.
Well, thank you. That's why I rolled so well, because I had one.
Or you could take a look at that roll that Shelly had earlier on. Hit
Yeah, that was
all of the
crazy.
wild die.
Yeah, holy cow.
I don't know if anybody saw that. Scroll back a little ways in the roll chat, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was god awful. She sneezed and blew up the Death Star.
She scored a 38 on 6 dice.
But was it the 6 that was?
No, she ended up getting like
It was a 6661 for the wild die.
Yeah, it, like
But-
exploded
Yeah.
multiple times.
Oh, okay. I was like, is the 1 wild or is it the 6 that was
well, no,
wild?
anything in red is wild. So if it shows up
I mean,
in
I
red,
guess-
that's the wild die hitting, basically.
And it accommodates the 1s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that means that the
What was
first
the
one
one
must
that-
have been a 6, and then
Right.
the
must
rest
have.
happened. So,
The first 3 were 6s on that roll.
Yep.
yeah.
If you roll the 1.
So Jairus ended up getting a 14 this go around.
14.
And that was your search check?
That was my search check.
That was your search
My
check.
2
Okay.
die search check.
So just as you get ready to, because again, remember, as you're running down these hallways, some of them have, as I explained last game, probably re-explain now. Now, some of them obviously have bay windows where you can see in the inside, for one reason or another, aesthetic purposes. Here at this particular facility, and you go bolting by another one, You end up, like just past that door, you end up seeing that, because remember, you were looking previously to see if you could pull a die hard. And that's what you had originally pondered that you were going to do. And as you look in there, you can see that there is ventilation. There's a, an opening in there that you could possibly fit through. Or you can continue running. If you squeeze in here and pull a John McClane, this might cut off your basically the vector you're trying to go in.
There's less likelihood of her having some kind of control over vents than the automatic doors. So that seems to be an excellent option, even though I doubt Die Hard exists in this
Well, true. Yeah.
verse. But we'll make it up as we go. Hopefully the staff can fit through the vents.
Oh yeah, staff could. I mean, you're going to have to hug it, like basically, like kind of nurse it along.
Well,
But
hopefully we don't have too bad corners up there.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. So why don't you give me a strength check real quick?
Because Jairus is that big burly guy, of course.
Hey, you're trying to be last action Jairus right now, so I mean, what can I say?
You're gonna love this roll. Yeah, sure are.
So before you roll, keep in mind, as a reminder to everybody, you can spend a character point to get 1 additional die, or if you have it, you can spend a force point to get 2 for a single roll.
Well, I did get the RP vote last time, so I do have 2 free points to use. This may be an opportune moment to use one. I will use a character point.
Okay.
For an additional die. And that kind of brings me back to my normal strength. For a total of 10.
Okay, so for a total of 10. All right, so you take your staff at this point, and you have to put everything into it, from where it's at. It's not necessarily great for a wedge, but it's all that you've got really, because you don't have a tool to take off the screws. But the staff starts to bend a little bit, and then snap. You see that the vent basically, like, it traps kind of open and flaps there in place.
And then we'll skitter up in. I do have a glow rod, so I can at least navigate without just feeling my way.
Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, why don't you give me a climb check, which is also under strength. If you don't have that, then it's just your strength.
So, with Jairus' current die pool of 1 plus 2, I scored a 3.
Have you tried like offerings to the gods to better your rolls or something?
The bad luck is with this one.
Well, keep in mind, you
have
do have a reroll.
For decades. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's fair. For decades, my local tabletop gaming store, the owner has decreed that I generate a negative improbability field. This may be the time to use the reroll. Thank you, Brittany. We will do that. 1. For a total of 7. They come fast, they go fast. Bye-bye.
We're having a really tough time hearing you. Your signal keeps dipping out. You may want to check and see if there's something else on your side that's pulling, or you may need to reconnect.
Yeah, let me refresh, because it's I'm the only thing in the house right now. So.
Okay. So while he is working on that, let's get back down to the rest of the team who are down at the bottom. So that's going to be Drade, Nassara, Montan, and Dorn. So Drade, did we leave off with, and Shelly is in the chat. Everybody say hi.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Shelly. Can you come roll for Matt? Because he needs it.
Yeah, Matt, your signal is still extremely poor right now. You may need to actually reboot.
Okay, we'll do.
I nominate Shelly as designated roller.
There you go.
Okay, so those of you who are down at the bottom, Dre, did we have you roll for damage? I think we stopped right as you were trying to cut in, right?
Let's see. I rolled damage, and it seemed like it was enough to get it open and push it on open because that wowed the Sulliston who's with us, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so what ends up happening? You guys get down. You guys get down on the basically the bottom level of the facility. You have taken your lightsaber at this point and carved a hole, a la Episode 1 style. At that point, in the door, it's got this, kind of obviously molten sides and whatnot. So you have to wait a moment. You people don't want to burn themselves.
Right.
Or walk through and have, molten metal drip on them.
Yeah.
Because that would hurt. A lot.
Yep.
So, down on the inside, obviously it is still lit. You can see that there is, pardon me, there is a junction, maybe 15 yards in from right here. There is a station right off to the immediate left where it looks like that's probably where they check people in. Nobody there. But it looks like that's probably, if security was here, this is where they make a final clearance, make sure that they have permission to be down here, so on and so forth. And obviously can, control the door manually if necessary. Paul McGinn, who's back in the chat again, is saying thermal kinesis is good for that. Obviously with the door
Correct.
in reference.
Is that Star Wars for I cast Fireball?
Yeah, there you go.
That I don't know. I don't think that that's actually in the books we're using.
It sounds like it.
It could be. But you look on the inside, it is lit, so you can see what's going on. There is a there's that junction there right on the inside. Once you get past that marker, of course, there's corridors that go off to either side. Not too sure what's going on directly, though. You can see that door has been sealed, and that door is clearly marked in Arabish. Obviously, it's Star Wars, but it says that's where the core is at.
All right. Is there any way we can get through that door to the core? Am I going to have to carve through this one too? As he looks to the worker.
Oh, the technician? Okay, yeah. So he stops and he takes a look. He's like, I've only been down here like a couple of times. And he kind of looks at the door and he's like, I guess we got clearance for it. And so, he looks in, and then right as he does, you see he takes 2 shots to the chest and goes flying back. And gets hit on the ground. And of course, it's like this, smoldering like on his jumpsuit. And you see him, he starts to get up and he's like, and he kind of pulls his jumpsuit open real quick, and you see that there's like smoldering around a vest sort of thing. It's like, my vest, the one day I wore my, and he's just like trying to like curl himself over in a corner away from the the opening as he's partly stunned and is and reeling from the shots that he just took.
Hey, you're lucky that you took the shots to the vest.
I'll go try and help him up.
And he's like, "You think?" Ah.
So looking in the direction of where those bolts came from.
You can see 2 security guards, or not guards, but droids down there. And on the inside, actually to that point, I forgot to add this. You can hear, bum, 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 bum. You hear Mr. Sandman. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we're doomed.
I know. You end up hearing an automated voice from the intercom systems in a droning on sort of tone, indicating terminate all unauthorized organic threats. And it's just kind of repeating every 3 seconds or so.
Okay, so we have the new separatists trying to kill us.
Great. So how far away then down the corridor are those droids?
It's right at that intersection. So they're just the 2 that are right there. And they're just firing on anything that they see that comes through that hole.
All right, Drade, unless you are good at deflecting bolts, let's start taking cover, because I'm going to need a setup.
Unless, Montan, you got a grenade, take him out, just throw it around the corner?
Can I get a peek? Are they just at a hallway intersection?
They are, and I will absolutely give you a dodge attempt to do so.
Yay!
Because if you're successful in technically, even if you're unsuccessful at the dodge, you'll still be able to see.
I'm seeing either way.
Right.
That's actually something I have on my sheet. 8.
Well, that is a 1.
1. Take a shot.
Okay, well, I'm glad we emphasized the fact that, yes, you do get a chance to see. Okay, go ahead and roll your strength. Add your armor to it. It should be, if you have any, it should probably be only.
Oh, I do. I spent a bunch on this armor.
Well, alrighty then. I'm not looking directly at your sheet. Did you get like a full suit or something?
I got 2 that interlock. I got camo armor and I got a vest on top of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oops. How about I use the right command?
Yep.
28.
Okay.
This is versus energy, right?
Yes.
I have less versus physical, but versus energy, I'm I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
So what the
My
heck is
PDS
that?
vest gives me 2d6, and my camo armor gives me 2d6. And then I've got 2 strength.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 2d6 or it's 2d? Or not 2d, but 2 pips. Armor is usually divided up between what it can do physically and what it can do energy. And energy is almost always like just 1 or 2 pips.
Give me a second.
Sure.
I mean, I have it all written down to know where to go find it. I just gotta scroll.
I got to roll anyway, so go ahead and do that.
Okay. Here, let me drop it in the discussion channel. So here's the camo armor. Maybe I misunderstood it because it does say plus 1d physical, plus 2 for energy for torso.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
is that plus 1d
it just,
plus 2?
that's 2 pips.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
that 1d
it's-
plus 2?
No. If it's physical,
Just plus 2.
it's 1d. If it's energy, it's just plus 2 pips.
Okay, let me check my other one while I'm here. Page 56 gives me +2 from energy attacks. Okay, my bad. Let me reroll.
So if you're getting +2 and +2, so then you're going to get 1 extra D and then 1 pip.
Okay.
Because basically 3 pips converts to a die.
9.
Okay.
That's different.
Yes. That is different. Bang! Okay, so you peek out from around the corner, and you see a shot end up striking Montan. The helmet's not destroyed, but it hit it with enough impact that if somebody was standing behind where he was looking, they'd take damage from his helmet. It's like, bang! And he's like, oh! And he gets like thrown back to the ground. Okay, so 9, they did 14, so there's a little bit of damage here. Probably going to be at wounded, maybe not quite. So let's see, it's 5, so that puts you firmly in wounded. So you are permanently wounded for this whole scene until you get a med pack, which is going to put you at -1 die for the time being, for the whole time, and you are prone and stunned temporarily for the rest of this round. So, guys, your Star Mechanic and Slicer just took a round. He could probably like mutter out in broken terms like where he spotted them, but he's very clearly loopy right now.
Yeah, so Drade is going to go down, pull him further away from, the enemy and work on med packing him.
Do you have one handy?
Pretty sure I have at least
Can we grab all of them?
I do have one, and I'm gonna concentrate first and then do it. So he's focusing on healing him right now.
Okay, I'll stand guard with my blaster.
My gun.
Oh wait, just kidding.
Broken, aren't they?
Yeah, most everybody's guns are fried right now.
Yep.
Okay, so concentration
But
worked.
Dorn happens to have his staff.
And dagger, yeah.
And he can get gaffy with it.
Yes.
Hey, Boba could tear some stuff up with his.
Yeah. So Dorn just basically, he has the dagger, but he really just used that as a backup when they're in the elevator.
Yeah.
All of them just see him whip out a Gefridi staff and just basically starts screaming as he starts charging them.
Okay.
He just goes full Tatooine.
Who was it that was Han Solo that did that in
New
episode
Hope.
4, right? He just started racing at them, just like and then doors open up and he's like, and then starts turning around.
Yeah. He did fantastic on his intimidation check until he rolled a 1 at the very end.
Yep. Okay, so basically, we're going to go right back into combat rounds now here so we can get this divvied up. We know exactly what Dorn's doing. He's got a weapon that is not going to misfire, and he's charging in.
Yeah. So...
1 second. We need everybody to roll initiative. Whoa. Oh. I wanted
Jerome.
to click.
Dex, right?
Okay. Yes. And if you have any... it's perception.
Oh,
Yeah, you roll perception for initiative.
Yeah. And if you have any bonuses, obviously that goes to it.
I don't have combat.
15.
Okay, so who got 15? Was that Colin?
Yep.
Okay. Colin, 15.
Oh yeah, initiative is what again?
Just perception.
Just perception.
Just perception.
Montan's at 11.
Drade is at
Stun
12.
currently this round, but you'll be acting from here on out on 11. Drade is at what?
12.
Okay. Nasara.
9?
Wow.
I got 3 ones.
Everybody
And a
likes the
6.
big no. Okay.
Is there the cage that
Shelley says,
we
"You come
came
on."
down in? Is there are there parts that I could like pull off?
100%. Yeah,
Okay.
it came down with a thud. It wasn't, Drade managed to help it come down without like crippling anybody, but yeah, it came down uncomfortably. So you could absolutely take a moment here and try and break a piece off so you have something to start swinging with.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. Obviously, very appropriately. So Dorn sees the situation going bad real fast. Actually rolls really good on his initiative, and so he whips out his weapon and goes rushing in through the hole to keep them occupied. Drade, you're trying to pull Montan off the side. And we've got Brittany on her turn trying to pull off something to use as like a club, or as they would say in Galaxy Quest. Look around. Is there anything you can put together to make a makeshift lathe? Get off the horn, guy!
That's good.
All right. And let's see. Where are my NPCs at?
So, do I get healed from the med pack?
On his initiative.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So they're at 7, which is below everybody else. Okay, so Colin. So they're not advancing, but you can see that there are 2 security droids, very similar to the ones you guys have been seeing throughout the whole complex. They don't have blasters on them. They have blasters like affixed in their arm. And they weren't advancing. They were kind of staying put like right in this hallway, this T intersection, and just trying to keep you guys like occupied. You come barreling right up in there and get right in their face. As a reiteration, because I don't want to have to keep restating it. You can take as many actions as you like. If you have dice for it, you will be down 1 every time you take an action.
All right.
So Colin, you are up. Let it rip. What you gonna do?
Okay, that is a reroll.
I'm not looking at it. Did you roll a 1?
Yes.
Oh no.
Bruh.
Are you serious? You only have 2D to your melee combat?
It's because of the
that can't be
hunt
right.
suit.
Oh,
Oh god.
that's right. It's taking off a D from your dex, right?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay. Well, I will say this. Thank you for being honest and actually remembering that. Note to self: get your melee combat up.
Yeah, boy. Oh.
Okay, so you're all you go spinning around and you come flying at them like, well, you have wound up to knock this out into the ballpark. You swing down like you are, since the movie's coming out, like Happy Gilmore lining up to knock that golf ball right out of the park. You go, you swing low as you're trying to club them up to trip them down. The droid just lifts up one leg and you whiff.
Dang it.
Is that the end of your actions, or do you want to try for another one? You can try again at 1D. You never know. You might hit some wild
You
die.
never know. You never know.
What
I mean, sometimes
It's a 9, but
sometimes the wild die. Well, I mean, it's close, or it's hand to hand, and you are close range. That may just be enough to connect with them.
because the difficulty is to use is easy.
Yeah. No, I meant and thank you for mentioning that. I was actually trying to look up ranges. Yes, that is a hit. So roll your strength plus your gaffy stick damage,
Okay, so
which I think is strength plus 1D.
yeah. So
Or gatter fee, as it's called, I guess.
ooh, Got a 15. Because I have a +2 in strength.
Okay, so you embarrassingly whiff on the first one, but you bring it back around with some skill and just bring that acorn side right down into its chest. It's not down and out, but you send it sprawling off the side with some sparks coming off of it. So you clearly have their attention at this point. So if nothing else, it's freeing up your crew to do something this round without risk of being shot.
And clearly showing he knows how to be a Tusken Raider.
Yeah.
Well, as you are one to say all the time, Colin, Tatooine. So at least that part would absolutely make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dale,
Right.
you're going to need to give a medical check here. So first aid on Montana as you slap him with a med pack.
Yeah. So I was rolling that earlier. I did make the concentration check, and then for the boosted
Okay, so
aid.
before we go there, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this has come up a lot in recent history. So if your first action is concentrate, that's your full die pool. If you're doing something after that, it's what you gain from concentration minus 1 die.
Oh,
is that it's a second. So I just want to make sure because that's come up a bunch.
Let me re-roll that second one then.
Yeah, he had been rolling that right before you started saying, okay, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go ahead and that.
I mean, you're still getting a big bump. It's just that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
And that's still plenty.
Yeah, 18. Sweet. Nice.
Okay. So with that pack being applied, go ahead and roll your strength, Montan.
Ew. Can I roll someone else with strength?
That's not my fault.
Sure, you can have Jairus. That's all you want.
8.
Okay. Actually, so you still can't act. You are still stunned this round, but that jolt has cleared everything up. And even though you've got the fur burns to show it, you know the skin area and whatnot just looks tender. You are perfectly healed at this point. You are okay.
Nice.
And that is a good thing. Last thing we need is a hairless Bothan.
Well, no, more importantly, last thing you need is for your guy who can get in and do something to the core to actually go down.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be real bad. Okay, so Dorn, so you oh boy. Oh, actually no, it's not even their action yet. Brittany, give me a strength check. Shelly's like, now we have to shave him.
No. Nobody wants that.
Shelly, maybe you can try that
15.
when he sleeps.
I will say in one of my first Star Wars games, we did have somebody playing a Wookiee. There was Nair involved and dark side points. So I'm just
good
saying.
God.
Yeah, when he went into the shower, he came out spotted, with bits of hair, missing and completely bald. And yeah, he raged and killed with his claws.
Jeez.
All right, so Brittany, you got a 15?
15.
All right, so are you going to run into attack as a second action, or are you going to stay put? Because you managed to pull off, a good, bar off of that railing. You've got a club.
And I'm just down a die.
Just down a die. If you have melee,
I do have melee combat.
Oh, good. Okay.
So minus 1 die.
It'd just be minus 1 die.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Well,
That's actually pretty good.
not terrible.
Well, considering they're not really mobile, and you guys are now in hand to hand, you really needed to beat a 3.
Yeah, one just got clocked with a Geoffrey stick.
I think I did that
Oh,
successfully.
you certainly did that. Go ahead and roll your strength plus 1. You're not down any die for that. That's just damage.
So it's the same damage as my stick.
Oops.
You know what, Brittany? You rolled a 2.
Thank you. How about 12?
You know what's interesting? You didn't put a D in there. I know this is completely off topic, but the unbelievable boat, as it's called,
Yeah.
you asked it to roll 3D plus 1, or I should say 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, right? It tells you rolled a 2. How? You didn't even tell it what D to roll, so it took something away.
Yeah.
That is
Strange.
yeah, that is kind of weird. Three
What's like,
three
how's
what
it
plus
I
one?
know,
calculated? Yeah.
exactly. Like, what? How did I get less? Okay.
Weird.
So weird. So you spin around at this point, bam, connect really hard with that droid. You let it rip for 12. Okay, minimal damage on that, but you did connect. So, ding. So you kind of threw it off a little bit, but it's still able to fire. So it's going to open up. So the one droid that was on Colin, that he knocked silly and kind of up against the wall, is going to go ahead and fire on his action at this point. And then the other one's going to fire on Brittany.
Great.
They likewise don't
Can
have.
a dodge?
You would be down
2 dice?
2D.
I mean, it's worth not dodging.
Okay.
It's better than not dodging.
I'll give it a shot. I have a 4.
Yes, but Colin, you were down.
Oh, right. The
So
Two.
you would be down 2 dice as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh, so Brittany, you got hit.
that okay.
Ouch.
Like at the last minute, you like went to pivot
I
and
zigged when I should have zagged.
literally, and then you felt. You remember, I haven't had this happen in a long time anymore. But I don't know if any of you have had this happen back in the day, like when you would just casually turn your head and your head would decide to say no, and just give you like that burn up one side as the muscle decided to pull.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you did with your body as you tried to move. You're like, oh, and then zap. So, Colin, are you going to try, or are you just going to hope for the best?
I'm gonna hope for the best. I
Just do
have
it, man.
plus 1D in energy. with
Okay,
the suit.
okay. So you're good. Yeah, you got some pretty good armor. So, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. So we'll go with Colin first. Colin, roll your strength. Well, strength and whatever your armor gives you, obviously.
Yeah. So that would be a 3 plus 2. 11.
That is not bad. I got. Ooh, okay. So the shot hits you, and you looking like the man, even though you're not a Mandalorian, you look like the Mandalorian. Pow! That round like hits you square in the chest, and you just see score marks go up. And even though it made you buckle from impact, did absolutely nothing. So another good purchase. Brittany, why don't you give me a strength check?
Yep.
This is to absorb, so you're not down any die for this. And add your pit for your blast vest.
Okay.
Okay,
And the
Brittany,
one
can you
doesn't
stop
count for that?
rolling ones? Not that you can fail this, botch it or whatnot, but
I'm trying to get them out of my system.
okay. Noted.
But it's been a week since we played, so there might be a few more.
So 1, you're not talking with an accent. And 2, if that's the case, maybe you should go into the dice spot during the day and make a couple sample rolls, if that's the case.
No, that's when
Not a
you
bad
get
idea.
all the 6s.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so you get biffed.
10.
You get biffed. Thankfully, minimal damage. So the shot ends up catching you in the shoulder. You do feel some searing on that, so it's gonna hurt. It leaves you at stunned right now, so you are at minus 1d for the rest of this round, but nobody else is shooting. So
So I didn't take damage.
you did. You're currently stunned.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Okay.
So basically, what it is for the next hour, you're kind of affected by it. So,
Okay.
but penalty wise, this coming around, you're fine. So, for story purposes,
Minus
it's like you have. For story purposes,
1d.
maybe you still got some ringing in your earlobes, things that Twi'leks have, and maybe you got a little bit of a headache, but you're not down a D at this point. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't super bad. Okay, so top of the round. 1 second. Where are my notes? Here we go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. So what ends up happening is, so in here, give you some narrative text as to what you're looking at here in the, even though you guys are already fighting. So the air in here is heavier as you descend deep into the main passage that leads to the main core. The heat rippling from overloaded conduits not far away. Emergency strobes casting jagged shadows along the walls, and the hum of corrupted droids obviously fill the space, which you're currently engaged with. The corridor ahead had previously was quiet. It's not obviously anymore. As you were standing there, you can see that the tunnels are basically reinforced. Obviously, because it's an underground facility and they wanted to protect this the most. The door that's in front of you, you guys have a better look at it at this point since you're almost right next to it. The door leading to the core is a very thick Durasteel sealed door shut, glowing faintly orange, where its frame has been fused under an emergency lock. Just off to your right, a side tunnel is still actually open. Its door jammed halfway down, with flickering and broken servos. You can hear the faint rush of air leaking from beyond, possibly maintenance tunnels or a secondary control station. And then something jolts beneath you. It's almost like being on those rides that they try to get you, like a fall ride sort of thing, like a. And this is happening in where Nasara and Dorn are at. From the ceiling above, what appears to be sabotaged piping grid ruptures with a shattering clank, sending a rain of debris and pressurized steam crashing down everywhere. Nasara and Dorn, because of some of the stuff collapsing and the partial collapse of the floor, are actually sent flying. The other two droids kind of thrown about and buckled. The one that Dorn had already connected with is like crushed from some of the falling debris. So one of them is actually down. And the floor buckles as the blast door behind you shuts in emergency mode, separating you from the rest of your crew. So from where you guys are at, Montan, Drade, and the technician, you guys are actually still in that elevator hallway, and you can tell that the doorway into there's obviously debris. You're going to have to do something to get past it. And there's debris, and the debris is specifically in front of the core door. And you can actually hear more robotic footsteps coming.
Okay, so then to clarify, Dorn and Nisara, what does it look like happened to them?
Something happened with the collapse of part of the ceiling as well as the floor kind of giving away. Keep in mind, there's not like a giant pit in here, but it's like the floor just... And so between that causing it causing them to lose their balance and then getting hit from some of the fallen debris. Basically, they went into the corridor that went to their right, and the door shut, locking them off from you guys.
Okay. So they're kind of ahead of us. We're kind of stuck behind the door and rubble.
Yeah, you're still basically at this point behind the blast door that you ripped open with your lightsaber, that elevator shaft. And then in front of the door for the core, you can actually see that there's some debris there. Further in, likely off to the left when you get on the inside, is where you hear more footsteps coming. Which sounds like there's probably reinforcements. So you guys are pinned.
Okay, so Drade first looks to the worker and goes, "Do you know of any other way to get past that, or do we have to deal with this debris?"
And actually, now that you're doing that, he's recovered and he's off to the side, and then he takes a moment with one of the weapons you guys discarded and does this, trying to shoot the side. He's like, ah! And he just throws it down because he didn't realize all your blasters are pretty much fried at this point. And he looks around and he says, and he's like, I haven't been down here much. And he's starting to panic, and then he looks up and you can start to see some silhouettes coming from above.
Does it look like the silhouettes would be droids?
Yes.
Okay.
More are starting to come down are about to start coming down the elevator shaft. And so frantic, he looks to Montan and he looks to you, and he says, I think there's wherever they went, I think there's some sort of junction they can get over to that might throw the release on the emergency door. And he says, and while they're at it, they may be able to pause these droids. I think they're operating off of the Core's verbal commands. I don't think it has anything to do with the weirdness that's going on. At least I hope not.
So he gets on his comm. Nasara, Dorn, are you in that corridor? Are you okay?
We're in here. We're okay.
You've got to make your way forward. There's got to be some sort of control switch or panel that might actually deal with these droids that are coming in toward us. Can you make it there?
We can try.
So looking around as you guys are kind of picking yourselves up, there are no droids back over in here, thankfully. You can see some signs posted in here. You see one that says, oh, got to go back up. There is a there's a command substation down here, and that's in one direction, basically behind you.
I'm back.
I didn't even know you were gone, but cool.
I texted you.
Oh yeah. I don't keep it open unless I know I have to actually message somebody. That's why I try to keep the Facebook message open.
Okay.
So no worries, you're good. But thank you for letting me know. Okay, so since you're here, you don't know what happened to you then, do you, Colin?
No.
Okay, let me recap real quick. Okay, so the floor kind of gave way, like there was some collapse and rumbling in here. And there was some sort of sabotage done to the ceiling of the interior in this intersection that you're at. So debris came down, some stinging steam, shot out and pressurized, broke some things up. Parts of the debris came down, wrecked one of the droids, the one that you had damaged and knocked down. So that one's wrecked. But the debris ended up connecting with both you and Nasara. And through you guys, through one of the partially open blast doors, that when everything collapsed in here, the emergency release got fixed temporarily and sealed, which blocks you off now from Montan, Drade, and the technician. So right now, you and Nasara are picking yourselves up, battered and maybe a little bit bruised, but thankfully no additional damage. And then you're looking for what the heck is over here, and just as you came back, I was starting to explain. One of the signs points back in a southern direction, which would technically be where the elevator shaft is, but since you guys position-wise know where you're at, this would probably be like deep on the other side of the of that particular shaft. So map-wise, you're mentally tracking it. It's fine. But there's a sign pointing to a command substation back there. And then forward in the other direction, you end up seeing a sign that says server maintenance shaft.
I see.
What do you think?
So maintenance shaft, huh?
Oh, and you guys are in contact still. There's no breakup with your communications. Drade was just checking in with you, see how you guys were.
Good to know. Nobody's dead yet.
Which way do you think we should try first?
I'd say the maintenance shaft.
Okay.
Maintenance shafts typically have connections going around facilities like this.
It is as good a place to start as any.
Yeah.
And then Drade, the technician, looks at you as he looks back up, and you can definitely tell the silhouettes are starting to scale down the elevator shaft. And he looks to you and he says, can you get them to hurry?
Yeah, guys, if you can hurry, we've got like maybe 30 seconds absolute max before these droids are on top of us.
So we've got droids up, and then we've also got droids through the hole coming from another hallway?
Yep.
All right, well, since Montan's just getting back on his feet, he's looking very unhappy. Like, Montan doesn't usually go into battle mode, but he pulls out his micro grenade launcher.
Okay.
He's like, you guys and your energy weapons. all that time you told me to train, Drade, I decided to go physical. Jerry, I'm going to see if this thing works.
Okay.
Like down the left hallway through the hole, I'm just going to pump a micro grenade down that hallway.
Okay. Give me a roll.
13.
No whammies and stop!
All right. Well, keep in mind there was that one droid that was still in there. It's kind of tied up in the rubble. Go ahead and roll damage. That actually worked.
For one, something from...
Though it's not really electronic. It's more of just a kind of a belt feed.
Yeah.
Or from cartridge.
$14.
Okay. Ba-boom. All right. So the rubble gets thrown all about in there, as does the droid. And when the smoke starts to clear a little bit, I kind of acted out of order here. We'll need to get back to initiative. That happened on Mike's initiative, but we'll get back to it in a second. Yeah. You can see that the droid is picking itself back up.
Okay.
So the grenade you launched looks like it probably got caught up mostly with the rubble, unfortunately. Okay, so back to initiative real quick. So since it's split at this point, and you know you're in a hurry, you guys are going to have to split, and one go one way, one go the other. So that means Colin goes one way, Brittany goes the other.
Question. Would a frag grenade blast through the blast door?
No.
Okay.
Almost no hope of it. You would have to get like several probably wild die, because blast doors are specifically for that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I guess he can take the maintenance shaft, and I'll go the other way.
Okay. All right. So you guys split We'll get to you here in a second. So, Colin, you were at the top of the initiative. If you're going to go to the maintenance shaft, as per what she indicated. So let's go back over here. So what you end up seeing when you get in here is it looks like this server maintenance shaft is feeding into the core's environmental stabilizer. Do you have any technical skills?
Let me check. I have 4D in computers.
That unfortunately is not going to help. So you have like a 2D plus 1 in technical here.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. So you get to yours. I'll get to you in a second. Kind of. So obviously explain that. Let me get Nasara pulled up here real fast.
I was more trying to use the maintenance shaft as a go around to get back to the others.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. You're not going to be able to do that. Okay. Well, so then let me get to, since you guys are not in direct combat, let me get to Brittany real fast with Nasara. Nasara, you end up getting over to the other section, which is the command substation. It looks like the control relays here are still broadcasting automated defense orders, which are the ones telling the droids, to terminate all unauthorized organic threats.
Order 67.
Yes. We're one up from killing the Jedi.
Right.
Yeah.
This was the addendum.
Yep.
So, do you have any bureaucracy?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Or command?
The bureaucracy person ended up going to the technical place, and
I hope the ex-queen has bureaucracy. I mean, jeez.
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't popular, but I did learn some
I
stuff.
told them they could eat cake. What more do you expect?
Oh, no.
Loves cake.
Oh,
I don't get what the problem is.
No.
Do you think droids like cake?
Oh.
Okay, well, Nasara, since you've got bureaucracy, why don't you give it a roll?
$15.
Okay. All right, so you are scrambling around looking for some sort of clue?
I'm ready!
Okay. Shelley has just told everybody that you are all unbreaded. Just let you know.
Rude.
And Paul McGinn has just given us a don't. So you were scrambling around that room looking for a clue at this point. All right. So unfortunately, Dorn, when you get to this room, you are basically Captain America looking at a control panel in the first Avengers movie.
It appears to run on some sort of
you know it's important.
electricity.
You know it's important, and your first thought was, using it to try and get around or whatnot. And yeah, it's not that kind of, maintenance shaft sort of thing. You're like, crap. I'm going to need some sort of tech or something to figure this out. So that's what you guys are doing. All right, so back to combat rounds. That would put, so since we got past Colin, who was first, this would bring us to Dale.
Okay. Let's see here. So then, since
to let you know what's going on, you still have the one droid that you can actively see who is going to take pot shots at you at this time. If you could at least dispatch him, you guys can move past the blast door and at least give yourself a little bit more time from the ones coming down. Because if any of them have any sort of ranged weapons, they're going to start raining blaster fire on you, and that's going to make everything that much worse.
Right, yeah, that'd be bad. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and activate lightsaber combat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, per the notes, what did Nassar actually do on her turn?
Nasara right now is trying to find a clue or something that's going to tell her how to utilize this command station.
Oh,
Okay.
going to re-roll that one.
Yeah, good idea, Dale.
To make sure I had one. I do.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Look
so
at
that's
that.
on. Now I need a sense roll.
I like this one because it actually shows you what the wild die are. Wild
Yeah,
die
that
is
is
now.
nice.
You put a D. You put a D
Oh,
in there by mistake.
shoot. Okay, cool. So that is active. So with that, he's then gonna run up and slice and dice that droid.
Okay, so that was the first roll was your that you had to the one that you rerolled that you did concentration again.
This is a lightsaber combat, so he's got his lightsaber bonuses.
Oh,
active
right.
now.
Yeah, that one. That's a combined roll. You have to do 2 and make them both successfully. Okay,
Right.
cool. So then lightsaber combat, you're down 1 die, but obviously up all the benefits thereof.
Right. Okay. So 6, and then okay. So that means roll.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say this guy's toast.
37. Pretty sure that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
And it's going to be 40.
Yeah, it. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. I just looked at it recently, but I'm not going to try and pull it up. The lightsaber combat also adds the damage too. Yes.
Yeah, it adds your
That's
control dice to the damage, hence
Yep.
11 dice.
Yeah, it adds basically 2 hit and 2 damage. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, right in half, like butter. Just.
Montan's like, hot shavings.
You know, for the briefest moments, it was reminiscent of the dealing with the droids during the Clone Wars, just right in half, no problem. But as you run up there and get that, of course, there's smolders and whatnot. This is Montan's already lobbed the grenade in there. As you look immediately off to your left, like rows of them are coming down there, and it's bad news fast. So.
Okay.
Obviously, you're able to dip back around the corner, but still, you're running low on time.
Yeah, at that, when he sees that, he just reflexively is like, time to go. We got to advance, guys.
I'm sorry, the whole video froze for me for a second. Well, my turn for the round was launching that grenade at the
Yes.
oncoming stuff, so...
Yeah. So your screen froze or nothing. You still got your stuff in. Okay, so back to Jairus. All right, so you guys have advanced in at this point, in past that doorway, and so you're still kind of trapped, but you're not at least in immediate gunfire. Jairus, you've come back. You've popped open the ventilation system, and you're kind of off to a slow start. Why don't you give me another climbing check?
Across the planet, left, left. Yeah.
Now I have an electro staff. Ho, ho, ho.
Let's go.
Transfer begun, Commander.
8 on a 1 plus 2 plus 2. Look at that.
You got a what?
8.
You actually got 10.
No, you got 10.
Oh, right. Because I
You
had
rolled 8 and then add 2 to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
I was
Okay,
just so
so-
excited I rolled good.
So you're getting moving now. Thankfully, it was an easy check. So just kind of huffing it along as best you can down this ventilation tunnel. And of course, you realize you can hear doors opening and closing and whatnot. Occasionally, a droid coming in and trying to look around a room. Presumably, she knows you're up there someplace, but doesn't know where exactly you're at. Give me another search check. You're not down to die for this.
I'm not down a die for this one. Okay. Total of 10.
Okay, well, that's good enough. So as you're marching along, you're trying to get your bearings and figure out like where exactly you need to go. You can hear the some occasional blaster fire now, and it's echoing through the the vents. But you're starting to get, because of the noise, you're starting to get a good bearing on where you need to go. And then back to you. Oh, speaking of which, real quick, Colin, you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so Jairus, so you are poking around, and as you end up navigating your way through here, you end up where's it at? There we go. So as you're going along, you end up finding that the vent that you're at, or one of them anyways, you can keep going, but you can turn off, and it's actually leading to a catwalk.
Okay, and the catwalk seems to be going in the direction I need to go.
It does look like it might run in that direction, and if your guess is right, based on looking at it, this may actually take you directly over where they're at. Because remember, those laboratories were actually pretty open. This may actually
So,
give
like,
you a
this might
tactical
be-
advantage if it runs the direction you think it's going to go.
So, like, this would be like a catwalk allowing observers to look down into the
Yes.
labs,
Yes.
which means the droids could look up at me.
If they see you.
Let me just check my.
Let me guess, you got 2D sneak?
Well, normally 3, but but speed is of the essence, and moving along a catwalk freely would be quicker than crawling through the ducts.
Yes, it would.
There's not going to be doors on a catwalk, so let's make the decision for efficiency and get down to that catwalk and move ahead.
Okay. Thankfully, you were on the inside, so popping the vent grating is not going to be a problem from here. So just and it comes, falling out. There's nothing to do about that. It ends up, hitting the floor below someplace, and you slide your way out. So you're running. Basically, it's going to be your strength. And you're still wounded. Boy, that wound level, if anybody has been hurt the most by that one wound level, my God, Jairus darn near crippled because of it. All right, but why don't you give me a strength check at this point? It's separate round, so you're give me a strength check as you hit that catwalk and start bolting.
Do a little dance on that catwalk.
Yep. I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk. I shake my little tush
Here we
on
go.
the catwalk.
Here we go. Oh, 7.
All right. Well, that is enough, I think, to get you into the easy category at least. It is. I need an easy button. I used to have one. I got to go find it. Slap it. That was easy. So you not that you can't run. It's just you managed to step off to a decent clip at this point. Just going along. Thankfully, because it runs over various laboratories and whatnot, and it's open. It's not like somebody can immediately look up and know that you're there because you may have already bolted over into another section of a lab or something. It's not like these are open warehouses where the catwalk runs like along the side. So if you start running, all you have to do is look right up. Oh, there he is. So you're bolting along, in the direction you think you go, and yeah, sure enough, within maybe 10 seconds at that point, you've cleared a good bit of ground running. You can see that there is like a big lifter droid at this point, starting to peel away at the lab door, which is not a blast door. Sealing it off, and like as a hole will open up, they'll you can see like a blaster like pull and go tat, tat, and just like randomly fire, trying to get slap them away sort of thing. Unfortunately, because it's like a loader droid, and those things are just beefy, by themselves. Occasionally, blaster fire will hit, but it's not really doing much of anything. So there's several, or I should say several. There's 3 other regular security droids right behind it. As you come running up along that catwalk, you are directly over them.
Okay, so to recap the action-wise, every action I want to do is -1 die. So if I had a good die pool, I could keep doing actions.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Is Jarrus going to try and Jackie Chan this?
Yeah, this is the moment. This is his defining moment. He had that low point of dying on the field of battle.
He did.
Good luck.
This is his
He
personal
felt
redemption.
Super vulnerable. Now it's his moment to shine.
Yeah,
I like
wish
it.
you luck.
Oh, and don't forget, if you have a force point, you could use it, or a character point if you need to.
I still have my original force point, and I still have several character points. I think we're going to exhaust our pool.
Okay. All right. So you're going to leap off. So I'm assuming you're going to use your electro staff, at least for the initial one, dive off and just make that a strike, like just coming straight down on one of them.
Yeah. We're double overhand slap to the loader droid.
Are you? So you're targeting the loader droid then, and not the 3 security droids.
Right. We're going to use the big pool on the loader droid.
Okay. All right. It is obviously not able to move or anything, so you just need a 3 or higher.
Yeah. So, radioing over comms, Voidhound medic to CBs coming in from above. Hold your fire for effect.
Okay. You hear somebody like at first it's like, what the? And it, copy that.
Okay, force point into the attack on the loader droid, because that's the big danger to the CBs.
So you're praying to the force, and you're gonna drop the electro staff hammer on him. Okay, so that's giving you 2 additional dice. You just need a 3 or higher to hit.
Don't I need like a 16 or higher to hit? Because it's a difficult weapon.
No, it's well, why would you need 16 or higher to hit?
Because it's weapons difficult. Weapons difficulty to use is difficult.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Give me 1 second to see. I didn't consider that, and
Difficult is 16 to 20.
Yeah.
no,
exactly.
that part I understand. I'm trying to. I don't know why you would say that staff, whether it be electro staff or otherwise, is that hard. But zoom. Let's go get that real quick. Here we are. Okay. So I'm trying to find why exactly, what's the logic they've got behind having difficulty with weapons. Give me 1 second. No. Melee. Let's give me a melee. Okay. Oh, wow, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, the character rolls equal to or higher than the difficulty number for the weapon the attack hits. Ouch. My friend, you might want to rethink your weapons. Go ahead.
So I rolled a 24.
All right, so that is a hit. Roll damage.
Is the die pool subtracted for the damage?
No. No, your damage is never going to be affected by the die pool. That's just your number of actions. It's like White Wolf. So in this case, strength plus 3d. Your strength, of course, we know. That would be, but not the weapon itself.
So 20.
Wow.
Oh, wow, you hit this hard then. Okay, so hang on 1 second. I need to break out my calculator. You said 20, right?
20, yes. I did have an explosion on the wild die.
Nice.
Bring it up to 20.
Okay, so you strike it hard. Sparks come flying off. It is temporarily stunned. So you have done some damage.
Stunned it? Oh, come on.
Are you taking any other actions?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have some dice left in my pool. I was hoping that would have been a little more telling, though.
They are, unfortunately, loader droids, because they have to lift a lot, they're sturdy.
Yeah. So I've got 4 droids total. I'll go a second swing.
Shelley is specifically playing the John Cena anthem for you right here, so.
Yeah.
His name is John Cena.
I'll go second swing on the loader.
So you're down 1 die. Go ahead and hit. Just need 16 or higher.
That's going to start eating away. This is where I'm going to... Yeah, no, 7. Whiff.
Okay, so that's a whiff.
Yep. So then third roll on one of the security droids.
Okay.
Nope, whiff. There's no way I can roll a 16 without a lot of exploding, so not going to use my 4th.
Okay, so you're holding that from there? You
Yep.
are done?
That would be done.
Okay. So loader droid cannot do anything at this point. Scrappy see that it's not moving. And you hear... Oh, ouch. That was some nice teamwork. Well, that went over well. So you hit it, and obviously the electro staff, did basically, gave him an opening, hit and sparked, and it's like frozen in place, can't do anything, and you see like light repeating blaster fire just fly from the hole in the door at this point, and just sparks and everything come flying off of the loader droid. Now that it was temporarily crippled, and you see it buckle over backwards and get toppled. So there's that. That's a big help. So then the security droids, are all going to fire on you since you're there. They don't need much to hit. That is a hit.
Is there any dodging available?
You have one die if you want to roll it.
Yep.
Well, what is your dodge right now? Because you're down, what, 3D at this point?
Well, yeah, no. So yes, I would be down 3D from actions and then 1D from the wounds. So that would bring my dodge to 0.
Okay, so that's kind of what I thought. Okay, so all 3 do manage to hit you. Your strength, however, for resilience remains the same. So go ahead and roll your strength plus any armor you might have.
So just strength.
Okay.
Yep. Three times?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the first one was 19.
Wow, you got a 19 on your... You sure did. Good golly. Okay, that did nothing. That one shot a hole in your cloak.
Let's keep this going.
Oh!
Nope.
Okay, that one's really
It's a
good.
5.
So go ahead.
And an 8.
Okay, so the 5. Let me count this up here real fast. Look at the other in a second. So, oof. Okay. And then you got 8 off of that one. We'll eat up a good bit of that. Okay, that puts you at... You're already wounded. Let me grab this little cheat sheet here. Put into the chat. Okay, so you were already wounded. You're wounded again. And that puts you at... So you are at... You topple, you're actually at... mortally wounded at this point. Which puts you in a situation where you're going to need to be healed. Go ahead and hang on a second. Okay, that's cool. Roll 2d. Roll just 2d6 right now.
Eight.
Okay.
If it makes a difference, it was 2 4s.
No. You are good right now. You needed to get higher than a 1, which you clearly did. Basically, the way mortally wounded works, every time you're mortally wounded, that number goes up, and you keep rolling 2d6 until you either die or you keep passing until it gets too high, basically. All right, so that's where we left off with you. There's more gunfire. Obviously, you can see what's going on, and you're just kind of gasping for breath at this point. So back to our folks in the hallway. So Nasara, you look around. I'll get to you first here. So you're looking around for any sort of clue on what to do in this particular room. And you notice that you do find an administrative override code. You've been given a reroll by Dale. However, you know that when you look at it, when you record it, you're gonna need to speak with authority and command the system, so that way when it replays, it actually acts with the proper, basically it responds accordingly, temporarily.
Droids read authority in an auditory command?
Yes, they do. Under normal circumstances, they do.
Okay.
If you think about it, I don't know if you've seen the Clone Wars, but that's one of the reasons why the main droids sometimes got confused.
Oh.
They're like, wait a minute. Shoot him!
Okay.
So it's going to require the command skill.
I don't have command.
So,
I
knowing
have-
that, you do know...
I do.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you do know Dorn at least came from that kind of background. He might actually have it.
So you don't think persuasion is going to work?
Oh, heck no.
You don't think con is going to work either?
Although that would be
Right.
interesting. All of a sudden the droids go, wait a minute, she sounds pretty.
Okay, so I'll get on comms and I'll say, Dorn, are you making any headway over there? Or I think I could use you in the command center.
Dorn just replies, yeah, no, I thought the shaft would be able to loop around to the others. I ended up somewhere where technical skill is needed. I may have come from an Imperial background, but that was not the type of Imperial background I was in.
Jerome, could I relay his voice over the comms?
No. No, there's too much
Could
of a
I-
distortion.
Could I
Or-
record him?
If he was in the room with you, absolutely.
Uh,
Oh.
It's the same problem. It would be like taking a phone call, which you could probably make out, right? But there's some degradation of the audio.
like some weird feedback type
Yeah.
stuff.
So it's not going to come out quite right.
So, tell you what,
I've
I
got
don't-
I've got a code. I've got a code that I think might work, but I'm not sure that I can execute it properly.
all right. Meet me at the entrance of the maintenance shaft and lead me to
Throw-
the command
Throw you a
center.
rope. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can.
All right, I'll start getting on my way.
Yeah, it's not far. So you would just step back out, flag him down when he steps out of the shaft, and or the maintenance shaft, and then direct him back to the the backup command room where you're at. And it looks like it was an office at one point in time. It's not really used. There's a little bit dust in here. Nazara's kicked up some stuff looking for anything, and that's where she found the command code. Somebody put them on the underside of the keyboard.
I got some password written down too. It says 12345.
1,
Where
2,
do you think
3,
this
4,
goes to?
5.
Same combination as my luggage.
So Dorn,
Okay.
she's got the code. You can input that in and then give a command. I've posted. You would know. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You know the protocol in this particular case of what you should probably say. So I posted that in the Star Wars discussion. in
Seize
Discord.
hostile protocol. All maintenance units report to diagnostic cradle. Okay.
So roll your command.
All
and
right,
Don't get a 1.
I have another reroll, so
Okay.
and no, okay. Just had to check how much I had. Okay, thank God I had a reroll.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Let me give you another one.
He's already got it. It's not like he'd be able to use it for this roll anyways. So he's got a 15. All right. 15 plants you firmly into moderate, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just outside of difficult.
Just a little bit offside. All right, so you issue that command, And Drade, Montan, and the technician, you guys actually hear the droids in your area pause.
So Dredd will get on comms. Whatever you did, seems like it's working. The droids are stopping.
I'll say they've been instructed to report to diagnostic cradle. So hopefully they follow through.
And then you start hearing that some of the droids start walking back. You're not sure where, but you just hear like the sound basically in reverse.
Yeah, good timing. That seems like they're backing off, going wherever they need to go. Okay, we need to meet up with you and make our way to the end of the core. Hey, Tech, can you lead us there through this shaft here?
Yeah, so I mean, he looks around real quick, and he's still pretty leery. He can hear the droids, but he doesn't quite understand how somebody performed a technological Jedi mind trick. But he looks around and he says, "But the door is still jammed up. We can't do anything until they figure out a way to get it open. The emergency seal is in place. There should be something back there that they can use to release it."
Is he on comms or is he just talking?
No, he's just talking. He doesn't have your guys' call.
Do you know what it would be called or what it would look like? I can relay that to them.
He says there should be some sort of environmental stabilizer.
Okay, guys, you're looking for an environmental stabilizer. Found anything like that?
Let me see what I can find.
Right.
And Jerome, would that be like paperwork or would it be on the computer?
Dorn, you actually discovered that.
I actually found that when I went to use the shafts.
Oh. Wait. So we need to go down there?
Through the shafts, yeah. I was actually
let's-
using the shafts to try and see if I can loop back around to y'all.
Okay, let's see what we can do down there then.
Yeah, I can lead you there in sorrow.
Okay, so, and it's just right back down the hall the other direction. He gets back down there and points it out to you. It's like the morass of technicality that he wasn't sure what was going on or if he could do anything about it. So, Nasara, when you take a look at it, it's not entirely unlike some of the machinery you've seen before. It's a little different, obviously. You've never worked on something quite this size. But if you use your... So Shelley not
Persuasion?
only gave a reroll, but Shelley turned around and highlighted the fact that she gave a reroll to Dorn to make sure he didn't miss the fact that Dorn has a reroll.
She spent points to highlight her.
Yes.
So, how many rerolls do I have now?
You've got
Just
one
one.
of them.
Okay.
So here's what you can do, Nasari. You can either use your security.
Persuasion, right?
I have security.
I'm almost going to
too.
force you to do that and just talk to something to see if you can carry your way out of it.
Good God.
Okay,
But,
sorry, you said security?
Well, correct. So
Oh.
you have a security kit though too.
Oh,
if I
that's
understand correctly.
true.
Correct. Yes, you
I
do.
believe so.
I have technicals in security too.
Right, but she has more.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Oh, I
if
do.
you
Yeah,
so
I
if you do that, so if you try to work it through security using your security kit, or if you have better demolitions, which I don't think you do.
Wait,
You
let me
don't.
get this straight. The queen
No,
has
My
no
security is a
command,
little better.
but she can pick a lock.
I wasn't born a queen.
But you did spend time as one, right?
She has been mentioning several times she has persuasion. I'm just saying.
How high is your persuasion, Sarah?
6.
Okay.
That's why she's trying to talk to machines to get them to do what she
I'm
wants.
just
Right.
checking because
Come on,
You just gotta
guys.
run your finger in the right spot.
I have a 5 in persuasion.
Whoa. Look at you.
Couple of persuasive people. here.
So, Nasara, if you want to roll your
Yeah, what is-
your security,
What is-
and it's up a benefit because of your kit.
How much is it at? I don't have that written down.
Guess who's going to write that down?
I'm going to write it down right now.
Nod
but
furiously. Okay, so the security kit, I think, should be in here. Maybe not. Maybe it's in one of the other. Oh, here we go. Ta-da!
Oh, hey.
Okay.
344.
I knew it. It is a flat 1D. My gut instinct told me that that's what it was, but I wanted to double check it. So
add 1D.
yeah, add 1D to your roll and let it rip.
Just no ones.
Here we go.
It's 14 for me.
14, okay. That is good enough. So you take a moment, and you can see that there's stress on the machinery in here, and it's like it's clearly overheating. So you're starting to get a little hot. In fact, since you're getting a little hot and exhausted, why don't you?
It's getting hot in here.
Yes, you can finish it if you would like, since you've got all the persuasion.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. God, this game is taking a turn today. Go ahead and roll your stamina.
Okay.
I do have an all temp cloak, so
Why is the Twilight dancing? Never mind.
I know, just like we don't even ask anymore. It's important to something.
will that mean me too?
7.
7. No, you're fine, Colin.
Okay, just a second.
So yeah, you're fine. So she's working through it and just wiping and whatnot. And Colin, it's warm in here, but she seems to be more warm. Like it's affecting her more for some reason. After she pops something, however, you hear a loud hiss, and like some paneling start to cool back down. You guys end up seeing the door is still closed, but since you guys are like directly in front of the door, you can see the emergency clamps come off the blast door, and you can hear hissing sounds as apparently like something is stabilizing somewhere.
I'll get on comms and say, did that do anything?
Sounds like something's being stabilized.
Yeah, that released the emergency clamps. Okay, hey, Tech, what do we need to do with it now?
So he looks to Montan, like going to defer to him because Montan seemed to be a whiz here, at stuff. He knows what he's doing, but Montan seems to really know what he's doing. He says, we just, we're gonna need to slice through the coding here. I'm almost certain the system has still got the door on lockdown, but we can force it if we can crack the code.
I almost think we could have kept the heat up because, computers don't do well at overheating.
Could I try with computers on my side? I do have computers.
You can on the door that is closed to get you and Nasara out.
That's what I was asking.
Sure. Oh, and like right as you go to turn and to get up and out, Nasara starts dry heaving.
What the fuck?
She's not from a hot planet, dude.
Oh! Right.
Which, of course, actually is another Dorn moment. Some people are not used to the intense heat that Dorn is.
Got 15.
So Dorn runs over and he's going to start working on the other door to slice through and get that get that door free so you guys can rejoin your team. Montan, what'd you get? Or are you going to do anything?
Well, actually, I was looking for something that's on my sheet.
Pardon me.
I just the PDF's a big book to search, so
It is.
I have an electronic lockpicking kit on my character sheet.
You have a what?
Electronic lockpicking kit.
Okie doke.
Is that useful here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I haven't found it yet, so should we just default to 1D? What am I doing?
That's
Computers or security?
Well, you're going to be doing computers if you're going to slice.
Okay. So I'll just roll that raw. $11 on 5D.
All right, so you're
The
starting
guy
working on it.
4D got more than you.
Ah,
Yep.
dang.
So you're working on it. It's not going anywhere. The technician's kind of like keeping his eye out. He's actually gone over to, because they were closer. He's gone over to the hallway where the droids were close to coming in directly, and he's just kind of doing like one of these numbers and making sure that they're not coming back out of the cradles to reinforce the area while Montan's working. Dorn actually, like a champ, gets a hold of that door, and he starts thinking about like common codes that might use to open up the door. And oddly enough, one of the codes that he recalled from his time in the Empire was a code that they actually used as a commonality, like and the door starts opening as the emergency clamp releases from that one, and it starts rising up. It doesn't rise up all the way. It rises up halfway because it's still partly damaged. But you guys can obviously roll under and get out.
Yeah. Dorn quickly starts basically nudging Asara towards the door as he just starts going out, 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 out.
Is there anything in there that I can like pick up to fan myself with?
Yeah, presumably there would be something in the command center you could do. Sure.
Okay. We'll just say that I did that.
We'll say like, a flimsy data pad or something that's,
Cool.
not in use. Just...
Well, of course, she's being nudged out by the guy
Yeah.
from Tatooine.
Yep,
No problem.
that works.
All right, so you both end up rolling out. There's still a delay. Nothing's happening with the droids just yet. Montan, you got on a check.
All right. There we go.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Woohoo! Nice.
Wow.
Listen, I've been shot today, so it took me a second.
That is fair. Your bell got rung and it's still kind of ringing. Okay, so you eventually crack open that door, and it's a big server room in here, and you can see that there are 4 columns in here that it looks like kind of basically they're networked and feed into one another, and this is essentially the computer that runs everything here. And we're going to pause right there real quick. Jairus, so now you're basically all you can do is you can kind of see up. You can see a little bit to either side, but you're like gasping, for air as you feel the life fleeting from you, and as the sound and everything starts to get muffled, and there's more blaster fire at this point. Obviously, they're able to get the door open and fend off some of these other droids now that big loader is out of the way and completely down. And then you end up feeling like a strong hand grab a hold of one of your feet by the boot, and they just start pulling you into the inside.
Oh, head on the door, champ.
Go ahead and roll 2D again. You get higher than a 2.
See, now you jinxed it. You told me what I needed to get. Six.
So you're still good, and so you can, at this point, I mean, you're still there. Everything is starting to spin, and then you end up feeling, if you felt this many times before, you know what the surge of Bacta feels like. Somebody ends up getting you with one of those packs, and suddenly that surge ends up hitting you. Roll your strength. No minus, it's just your strength. Ooh! Out of 2D, you wind up getting. So did you did it add the 2? No, you did. Yeah, you
No,
only
apparently
rolled.
I didn't.
So just you're adding it. We'll
So
just add 2 on top
Should
of
have
it.
been
So
2d6 plus 2.
correct. So you got
Yep, so
you got a 12. You got about as high as you could get. That is really good. Okay, so let me get this back over here. Find out where you are at. The 12 back to where you're at from mortally wounded. That is going to be good. So you are actually finally down to stun status. So effectively, you're laying there. You're having to recover. Your bell's going to be rung for the rest of the trip at this point for a while. And for 1 round, you'll be at 1d, right? You're minus 1d. So at that point, they were close to completing the EMP, as a backup if needed. As you are, finally, you can feel like life coming back to you. Most of that, it's done nothing for your your equipment and your clothing, but for the first time since you got shot in that hallway, you feel a ton better. You're not that lingering wound isn't there. You're not trying to die. Like the Bacta has really brought you back.
Oh, that's what I needed. Yeah.
And so one of them, you're not too sure which one it is, kind of hovers over you and looks at you and he's like, "Hey, are you all right, man?"
No.
And so the rest of them kind of look to one another like a little confused. It's like, he's talking. It's okay. Let's just get going. We got to get this thing fixed. And so they, one of them runs over there real quick and reshuts the door and tries to secure it while you're laying there and you're up and about. They start working on the EMP. It may not be needed at this point, but it's still needed as a backup nevertheless. Oh, whoops. Make this roll out in the open. Okay, all right. So it looks like they're putting the final touches on it. It's a pretty big device. It's about the size of a double-sized table. But they are putting pieces together, and it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. But it's an EMP device. It's not really supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to be effective. So that's what they're currently working on right now. Is there anything you are going to do at this point, Jairus, and chime in, or anything you want to do to try and help?
Well, if we're out of combat rounds,
You are.
sense of him being able to kind of
Effectively, you're done with stun as well, so you've got your full die pool.
Yeah. I don't know that I have a whole lot of particularly useful tactical nuclear EMP skill. But he would definitely draw his. We're down to his holdout blaster now, and guard the door.
Okay.
So we've got some kind of permanent opening in the door, right? It was kind of getting peeled open.
Yeah. Even shut, it still has somewhat of an opening there that people can put a blaster up to and start firing from either side.
Yeah. So we'll keep a watch on the door.
Okay.
I've got this. You guys keep working on that. I think we're gonna have to set it off, but I don't know.
All right. So at that point he's like, "Well, we're focused. Go check in with your guys. Let us know. We need." And they kind of look. He's like, "At least 10 minutes."
I don't know if we have 10 minutes. I mean,
I don't either, but I think they should know.
Doran
You've
just
got
chimes
8.
in. Doran just chimes in over
I
the
can give you 8.
comms. Hey, did the droids possibly harassing the scrap bees go back to their cradles after that command? Because knowing the situation here, there was bound to be some.
And who is that to, Dorn?
We just
Jairus.
Okay.
what command? We just destroyed all the droids here.
Oh, there was a command I issued in the command center for the droids to back off. Don't know how long that would last, though. Didn't know you ended up destroying them, though.
Yeah, thanks for all the help. I appreciate it.
No, not my fault.
Okay. Yeah, you guys didn't hear any sort of those who were on the upper floors like that. You didn't hear anything that he's referring to.
Yeah.
So if it worked, you're not sure. It didn't look like it because you had to go through those guys, to get in here to help them.
Yeah, no, that's entirely why he was asking. Like,
No, I know. I'm just clarifying, and going through it, Jairus's perspective because he, I never told him in character that he heard anything like that. So, okay, so back down to the guys below. The door is open. You can see the machinery in here. Drade, you look at your counter. You're down to about 7 minutes.
Hey, Scrappies, we only got about 7 minutes. How close are you to finishing that device?
And you hear, Bantha Poodoo, we're going to need 10.
Okay, go as fast as you possibly can. We'll do what we can here. Drade out. All right, guys, we got minutes, and we've got to do it. What do we need to do here?
Are there any security droids obvious in the core room?
No.
All right, Montan's going to walk straight in.
Okay.
Start calling out, Kes Nova.
Okay. Do you hear greetings?
Why? You had so much potential. You're a talented droid engineer. You could have helped us take apart the Empire. You could have come in the government that follows and fought for droid rights. You could have done so much, but you chose to kill us all?
Not all. It just needs to all come down and rebuild from anew without the taint of the Jedi or the Sith.
Well, I'm not either, but I'm pretty sure those droids are shooting at me too.
Because you are attempting to stop that which must happen. Join me. I will ensure your safety.
Is there a terminal?
Oh yeah, there's a couple terminals here.
All right. Let's do this.
Can I join in since I have computers?
What are you planning on doing?
Planning on possibly finding a way to shut this crazy bitch down. Oh, sorry for the language.
No, I understand. If I remember correctly, Montan, didn't you already develop something?
Well,
rudimentary?
Yeah, I was developing essentially a virus to get rid of that one file.
That's what I thought. So if I understand correctly, then Dorn and Montan are going to attempt to hack the planet.
Yes.
Colin, did you ever see the movie Hackers? I can't
Hack
remember.
the Gibson.
They're
Don't think I
trashing
have.
it. They're trashing the planet.
Yeah, they're trashing.
I don't think I have.
Oh, you need to. It's a good movie. You'd like it. Yeah, ask your mom about it. She's seen it several times.
So you want to roll first, or should I, Mike?
You both of you go for it. You're pulling up to a terminal. You're going to try and hack the Gibson. Go for it.
Yeah,
right.
I like the way this turned.
Oh, 16.
Not bad.
Nice.
Oh, I missed T4.
Yeah.
Well, he's custom built for hardcore hacking, so
Right.
Blame the person who hacked it.
16.
Okay.
We got the exact same thing.
Nice. Okay. But that lands you into difficult territory. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden they throw on their shades and their black leather jacket with the gray padding down off the side, and Colin ends up putting on his serial killer gear and getting his thing. And immediately you guys start going in and you're starting to type, throwing, like Colin at one point is, all right, Colin. Dorn at one point is typing on the computer and he's trying to, in essence distract the Gibson, in the background, just trying to introduce random
Weird.
trying to introduce random programming commands and whatnot to keep the system occupied, while Montan is trying to essentially throw this virus into the system. Both of you give me a roll again.
Okay.
You're going to need 2 more successful ones.
I got 14.
26.
All right. So as you're going at this point, you're putting it in, and then all of a sudden, Colin, you see your terminal go down. Just boo. You're gonna have to run over to another one to continue at this point. And she ends up taunting the both of you. She says, "I will not allow this."
It's no longer up to you.
And you can hear the droids returning at this point.
Jade, we're about to have company.
He ignites his saber and posts up at the door.
Would the command from earlier work again on the droids?
No, at this point, no. It's been deactivated. You can tell.
Okay.
Your voice is not echoing back out through the systems, telling them or whatnot.
Okay.
Essentially, Noba in the system has introduced her own subroutine and is no longer requiring the audio.
Okay. I'll run over to another terminal and try.
And end up trying to drop back into the Gibson. Go ahead. You guys still need. So Colin, you're going to still need 2 successful rolls. You've only gotten 1 so far. So just let you know. So go ahead and let it rip. Okay. Oh. Still scoring pretty good. And Montan, you need 1 more. Keep in mind, character points are 1.
I was just looking at that.
Force points are 2.
Didn't you give us a force point recently?
I did.
Yeah.
Everyone got a force point.
Everybody got a force point except for Dorn. Dorn ended up losing a dark side point.
All right. Well, since I
don't
think
think Harris got the point either, though, because he didn't participate in that.
And can I combine them? Can I use a force point and a character point? Okay.
You cannot.
Well, I'll use my force point.
Okay.
That would be 7. What the hell? 17, but and not a 1, but dude.
All right, so
lands you in difficult at least.
Yeah.
Last
Okay,
time I used a force point, I negotiated a whole hostage situation.
Okay, so Colin, so you got a 15.
That lands me in moderate.
Okay, you're still going to need your 2. So at this point, Montan is held up, and you guys can hear the droids getting close. Your only line of defense is Nasara and Drade.
What about me?
You're pending Colin at this point.
Okay.
Give it a roll.
Dude.
Oh! There you go. You're down to 1 more. At this point, Montan is physically trying to keep the terminal from being shut down, and Colin is putting in subroutines to try and keep her occupied again.
I'm rerolling that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I should have re-rolled my force point one.
Oh, 18. There you go. So at the last. So, and Colin, you just got another reroll. So you've used one. You've got a new one. Just make sure you notate that on your sheet somewhere. Okay, so you get that in, and there is There's a moment where you can see the systems, flickering through the confusion and the sparks. You can start to hear the droids end up shutting down. The lights of the very facility start to flicker at this point. As you can tell, the windstorms are here. They're coming through, and they're starting to affect the entirety of the city. And then there's a moment where it's completely black.
Yeah, because Dorn's basically just slamming her with Imperial subroutine after Imperial subroutine.
And then some amber backup lighting kicks on. It's faint, but you can at least not stumble your way through the dark.
Well, we got one more light source in here, and it's Drade.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the saber.
Reminds me of the missionaries I gave lightsabers to. They did actually do that, is to play around.
That's awesome.
So there's an ambient stillness going on around. Like you don't even hear airflow right now.
All you hear is the lightsaber and Nasara's fan.
Yes.
Is this a good thing, guys? Did you do it?
What's going on in there?
So you hear the technician, like, he's looking around real quick. He says, hang on, let me find the backup light switch. Then he flips it on. Not all of the lights come on, but enough of it that it gives kind of an office glow with fluorescent lighting.
So the mainframe is just down, like powered off.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm picturing like one of the final scenes of Tron when the MCP dies,
Yeah, you're right.
Here's just Cass in a cement little thing, and she fades out. I think that's it. She's at least offline.
She shouldn't be causing us trouble.
And so the technician kind of goes around real quick, and he's touching on certain systems that are down here, getting them back online, like life support, air and whatnot.
I'm looking for the actual hard drives.
Okay.
Like popping open panels and stuff, looking for, those Star Wars hard drives they had in Rogue One.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want for that?
And side note, I do like the fact that they did that. That was actually kind of cool.
Computer repair, I guess, is the same thing. So
yeah, so you don't see that level of details in certain movies. So it was nice to see that. Oh,
nice.
So yeah, you do find the in essence the hard drive bay, and it's got a total. It has a total of 10, 5 on each side.
I'm pulling them all out.
Okay. And so the technician's all,
yes? You're saying?
You're not about to commit espionage, are you?
No, but if this thing powers back up, I don't want the same cats coming off these hard drives.
So what do we do then? Because, I'm powerless to stop you. I fully admit that. I can't do anything against, blazing sword over here, but I can't let you take that. That's proprietary information.
I don't plan on taking it off the planet, but we are going to take him upstairs.
And
should I knock him out?
And where?
Plausible deniability.
Of course, Dorn just slowly starts looking at Sarah like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, he could say, if we knock him out, then he wasn't able to stop us.
I'm not planning on robbing these people. Are you kidding? I don't need to make a full enemy of industrial automation.
Blow this thing.
So that's a no. Okay.
No.
That's honest question.
Hey, Scrap Bees and Jarrus, think we've got it. How are you guys doing up there?
It's complete as of right now, and Jarrus is looking better.
Okay, good to hear. Yeah, you might have noticed the power outage. think we've got it. We're pulling out some hard drives right now to see if we can make sure she's permanently gone. But yeah, give us just a few minutes. Figure out what we need to do next. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Sheriffs,
So as a heads up, at this point with the facility coming down, they've probably notified their corporate security. Our only cover at this point is the storm. So we have very little time for whatever it is you're going to do. Let us know if we need to make this thing blow, which I really hope we don't, or what you find out.
got it. All right. Let you know in a couple minutes.
I say we blow it anyway.
Of course, Dorn
And
just
so the
looks
one
at-
guy just looks and he kind of helps you up. He's like, well, you're grumpy. I get
Of
it.
course, Dorn just looks at the technician. We're just trying to make sure she doesn't come back online. We're not trying to commit espionage.
And Montan, what's your thoughts on ensuring that? What we're going to do with the drives?
We're going to go up back to the offices.
Okay, we only have maybe minutes to get out of here to use the storm as cover to leave. So do you think we can do what we need to do in that amount of time?
Well, probably not, but I mean, we just saved these people. I think we should get paid for our work.
How do we know if the code is still there or not?
That's a good question.
Well, we'd have to plug them into another computer, and I'm not about to plug these things into any computer.
We just leave it for them to
Look,
deal with?
this is a factory. They have to have air gap systems where they could get these things online and figure it out if they want to.
Yeah, so, I mean, the technician, I mean, he says, I mean, that's out of my purview. I know we have them. I work, obviously, in a different area. He says, but I don't think they're going to be happy with you on this scale. So getting paid, I mean, if you could pull it off, I guess you could pull it off, but I don't see that happening. And he says, between you and me, there's enough here that the Empire's probably going to be backing up their corporate security.
Yeah, guys, I'd like extra pay too, but
I have to agree with the technician here.
Well,
With something like this, the Empire is going to think that we're responsible for it.
okay, the Empire isn't here at the moment. It won't be gone before they come. But we had time to notice that there was a problem here. Fly here. Come down here. Battle everything we've battled. Figure out an entire mystery on their planet that they weren't aware of. And we know how it happened and we know where their weaknesses are. So, they can pay us to shut up. Or we can go out on the holonet and say, hey, here's all of Industrial Automation's back doors and how weak their QA is, which is going to cost them billions, maybe trillions in market cap.
Dorn just follows us up with, do you want to see an Inquisitor again? If you threaten that?
What are they going to do? Is it going to be here in the next 10 minutes?
You'd be surprised.
Guys, their reputation as a premier droid maker is on the line. They almost committed genocide on the galaxy.
True.
I think we can get paid a little bit to shut up about it.
trying to negotiate that quickly, that's rough. I mean,
while the corporate might might value their thing, the Empire is not really so lenient.
I'm not talking to the Empire, Dorn. I'm not trying to negotiate with the Emperor here.
Technically,
Technically what? This is not an Imperial facility. This is a monolithic corporation that makes droids for both sides of the conflict. They're not partisan. They may accept, they may have to accept Imperial security after this because, the Empire is not going to risk one of their droid manufacturers having this problem again. But here's an opportunity for us to, cash in a little extra out of their petty cash. This place is worth, billions and trillions. Trillions across the galaxy, billions locally.
I hear you. I really do. And it would be fantastic for a payout. We are still short on time because we don't know what type of extra forces are going to be on their way here because of everything that happened. Everything's shut down, and we've got to make sure that even our ship is good to go. The scrap bees are with us as well, and they're not willing to just hang out. They're wanting to bug out as well and use the storm for cover.
Well, they shouldn't. They should go. Fine. Like, we have this opportunity. If you want to pass it by, it's up to you, Captain.
So the technician kind of raises his hand quietly
what's up?
in the midst of this debate.
Yeah.
He says,
Yes?
do you mind if I throw 2 credits in?
Sure.
Knock yourself out.
He says, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Thank you, Dante.
So he looks around and he says, you're talking to some other group, right? I get that there was like a backup plan.
Yeah, we
Tell
had.
me there was. Please tell me there was.
Yeah, we
It
had
was.
extra
It
people
was an
with
EMP.
us.
It was an EMP.
Okay. Well, I'm as good as dead, as in quiet dead, since I've been talking to you and kind of helped you get down here. So if it's all the same and you're so dead set on trying to blackmail them, bluff,
You can go with us.
and go with your backup idea to keep them at bay?
So threaten them with the EMP if they don't go along with it.
I'm just a technician, but I'm not a corporate overlord. But I know that if an EMP, well, if that's what it is, God, an EMP, never mind. If that went off here, that isn't just reputational loss. That's millions upon billions of potential
Credits
revenue
and a
lost
setback.
on top of it.
A bunch of credits in the setback.
You know what?
Well, we have that up our sleeve if they try to hold us.
You know what? They owe it to Kess. And since Kess can't collect, let's see what we can do. But we got to make it fast. How do we get out of here quick?
Hey, if you're good as dead, see about joining out the scrap bees. They can always use a technician.
What's a scrap bee? You know, never mind. We got to get out of here.
It's the group.
Questions for
that-
later. And so
Yeah.
he's like, there's always a backup repulsor lift attached to these particular things. I just need to find the panel in the elevator shaft and I can bring it down.
All right.
It's small though, so we're gonna have to get comfy.
Well, I'm small.
Right.
That's obvious, Montan.
So he goes running back out to the elevator, and he hesitates for a second because he's like still remembering like the gunfight and everything he got down here. So he's still like super edgy, and he kind of gets over to the panel real quick and makes a couple taps and swipes his badge. And you guys end up seeing like in the middle of the elevator, you know how like normally they might have like a ladder that people can pull themselves out through if it got stuck. It's basically like that. Like there's a platform that kind of comes down that like flaps out, and it's basically a 2-person platform, and it starts coming down. So when he meant hug, get close, you're gonna have to get close.
Right.
And Shelley is
Okay, that's
suggesting
right
that
on someone's
Montan
shoulder.
ride on somebody's shoulder.
Sadly, he's not Ewok small.
All right, Montana, you want to piggyback a ride?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
Rather than wait down here for the next trip.
Yeah. So everybody, gets on, and you guys are coming up. Nasara, give me a stamina roll.
Nine.
Oh, so she gets up there, and you guys finally get to like the top, and like right when you get to the very top, she leans over and something goes off into the abyss. She just kind of and it's
Oh,
You are not doing well. What's going on, Asara?
She was dry heaving when we were together.
let's just get out of here.
I
Okay.
think she's getting heat exhaustion.
Okay, makes sense.
Maybe it was all that running earlier.
So you guys go running. I take it you're going to some place to raise communications in, is what it is?
Yeah. Like looking
Well, I
at.
thought we'd go back to the office, the corporate office that we were in earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You're,
Yeah.
you're going someplace to. Okay. So you're going back upstairs. Are you going back upstairs to the Nova's office then?
Yeah, that's where the like executives would be, right?
Yeah, that is the executive floor. Yes.
Right. So that's where we're going.
Okay. So
Um,
for time's sake, that's where you guys go. You already had access to it and got in and out, so you just go into that particular office.
all right. Well, I'm gonna find whatever the first secretary we come across and be like, who runs this facility?
Well, there's most of those people when the alarms went off, they're not around. You'll have to actually raise, communications to somebody. Thankfully,
Oh.
they have a digital version of a Rolodex in their offices.
Okay. Well, I'm looking up the facility manager.
Okay. So let's see. 1 second. All right. Oops. There's something. Oh, here we go. Okay. That'll work. So you end up finding a name for Vesk Tavar.
Vesk.
Tavar.
Yep. And they are the director of operations here. I put the spelling of the name in the Facebook chat.
Okay. Oh shit! It popped up as a notification and then went away. So.
Nope.
Okay. It's hard for me to act and take notes. So,
No, it's okay.
All right. Well, let's find a communication disk or whatever and place a call.
Okay, so you open up a channel on the system or on the computer at that point. They are obviously awake and aware that something's amiss, so that is not going to be hard to do. And you see a lizard individual come on the show up on the screen. Who is this? Why are you contacting me from this office?
Are you Mr. Tabar?
I am.
My name is Montan Kara, and I operate a freelance quality assurance team who just solved your genocide problem.
What are you talking about?
In the last week, we remotely had a chance to see that your supply shipments had staggered, that you were having droid problems. We had a chance to come to your planet, figure out your problem, and deal with it in your complete absence of quality engineering.
All right, why don't you give me
I'm going
command.
for bargain here.
Oh, you're not really driving a bargain.
Well, I wasn't yet, but I was still talking, so.
No, I know. Let me see if what you're attempting to do would actually work in a bargain. It may. Okay. Okay, not for this specifically. So, give me a con check, actually.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Okay.
15.
Okay. All right. So he pauses for a second and he says, "Interesting. I'm listening."
We have we have undergone great personal danger to help you resolve this problem, and I think it is fitting to be paid for our services.
Payment. So he's mulling that over for a second. Now go roll your bargain.
I'm going to throw a character point in.
Okay.
Hey, now there's a B instead of a pip. No. 22.
Oof. Okay. And he says, "What sort of a payment are we talking about here?"
Well, seeing as you were about to lose billions of dollars in equipment damage and trillions of market cap in reputational damage when your droid started killing everybody, which is what we're going to stop, or what we did stop, I think a payment of 250,000 credits is appropriate for the danger we have undergone resolving the situation.
I see. And how do you presume to obtain these credits?
Well, I'm sure you have authority for that much petty cash. I will give you an account number for you to transfer it to.
So in making this deal, we are also paying you for your discretion. Know that should any of this information that we're discussing be made to light or even rumored at.
Oh, I'm fine to never talk about this again.
So long as we have an understanding.
I also have, and I'll pick up one of them, I also have the hard drives from your mainframe, which is currently offline. These hard drives contain the malicious AI who is behind all of this. I can destroy them, or I can leave them for you.
No, you will leave them in that office that you are calling from. You
That's
will
why
do
I
nothing to alter or tamper or copy them. You will leave them be.
I'm not about to attach these things to any sort of computer that's not air-gapped.
Well, good.
Yeah, I'll leave them, I'll look at whoever's office I'm in. I'm in Linda's office. They'll be here.
But you actually called from Nova's office.
Or Nova's. Okay,
Yeah.
well, they're in Nova's office.
Yeah. That's why he said, just leave them right there. There's a symbology there for him at this point. He's starting to pick up what you're referring to, and he's a little irritated. And he says, "Very well. Supply me with this information, and I will delay my corporate security for a window of 15 minutes to allow your exit." And also, do not be seen.
As soon as I see that transfer.
The transfer will be made once you exit.
All right.
If this is
But-
what you desire.
And my discretion will be assured.
Yes.
Good doing business with you.
Yes, well, let's not meet again.
Shut off the connection.
Okay.
Let's go, team.
Dre to Scrappy's and Jarrus, we will meet you at the docking bay. Be inconspicuous on your way. We have some news. See you soon.
So they looked at Jarrus at this point and they're like, "Did you know about this?"
Did I know about what? I'm here with you.
And so they're looking at you at this point and they're like, "You're a part of that team. Is this not what you had planned to do?"
I plan to activate your EMP device. I'm not sure what else happened.
So he's like, "Huh. Okay, well, Mr. Jarrus, are you able to be discreet?"
That's a loaded question. I mean, I do have current security badges for us.
Yeah,
So,
they're like, "No, we're not talking about that. We need to bug out as quickly as possible, as quietly
Agreed.
as possible."
well, since I have no idea what they're talking about, I would assume that's utterly discreet.
Sure. So he motions to his two other people, and they leave the device where it is at this point, and you start trying to get out, through routes that they may have already been, which, conveniently enough, ventilation systems and whatnot to be discreet. Eventually, the group, you all meet in the hangar bay at this point.
Since it was hopefully still outside the door, can Jarrus recover his staff?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
No, they would have dragged it in once they dispatched the other droids. You definitely have it on you. So you guys have met back into the landing bay.
Okay.
Is it safe to open the ship?
Go ahead and try it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Dre'll open up the ship so we can head in. And
Doors
You
come
don't
down.
get
You see the
shipped
loader
very
droid, sitting right there.
Long walk home.
okay.
How much time do we need to prep launch and go? Because I can go back and set a timer.
Don't.
We are actually gonna leave that alone. We don't need to pull off any more destruction. We've actually taken care of it. The area is gonna be purged. And we've gotten a bit of a bonus. So mission accomplished all around, and we have a few more minutes of a free window of getting out of here without being harassed by this company.
Are we sure that they're not gonna use this programming for something nefarious in the future?
They would have no idea how. If it was running amok right now, super doubtful they'd want to even bother trying with it again.
Yeah, this isn't something they're going to weaponize. It can only hurt them.
Okay.
I mean, they could always launch it at their competitors, but I'm not getting involved in all the corporate espionage. That's their own problem.
Okay. All right, then let's go home.
Yeah, let's get out of here while we still have that
Anybody
window
need
of opportunity.
med pack?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, folks, into the ship. Jex, and he walks over and holds out his hand. It's been a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for your assist here.
So at that point, the scrap bees are. We'll obviously see you again. I'm sure soon. And at that point, the technician kind of holds his hand up again.
We should take him.
Right.
He doesn't even know them. So there's no way he's going to just jump with them. Yeah. So he looks to the rest of you and he's like, "I'm coming with you guys, right?"
Speaking of which, I don't think I ever got your name.
And he kind of looks down and he sees, it's all burned up. It's like, "Oh yeah, my name badge is gone." He says, "My name is Dante Narca."
Dante, welcome aboard, my friend. Make yourself at home on the Blue Saber.
So he looks around. And he's like, "It's a kind of an old ship." Walking inside, he's like, "Smells new though."
Made a few upgrades.
So as you guys walk in, of course, the loader droid it's shut down right there at the door.
Yeah,
so when you start walking in, it's not doing anything. It's off.
Jared, can you just stand here for a second? I want to turn the. Well, can I jack into the droid and see about eliminating that file?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
So I'm not going to make you guys roll for it, because we're at the end of game at this point. But you obviously do it. I should say, scrap that. You actually do it to the ship first.
Yeah.
So you guys can get on and get out, and then on the
Do
flight
that on
back,
the
on the flight back, you're basically inoculating the rest of the droids in the ship once you've taken care of the ship itself.
Nice.
All right, so that is where we're going to call it for the game tonight. Let me get that posted in here too. Dante Narca. He is the Sulliston technician you guys were speaking to that whole time, who shouldn't have been here. So we need to start at the top with RP votes. So we're going to start with Dale.
Gosh, okay. Today was a good one. I'm going to go Jarrus for being the last action back to hero, trying to electrostaff those guys. Yeah, he managed to put in the winning stun so that he could mess with that droid. So, way to go.
Okay. Brittany.
I'm going to go with Colin.
Okay. All right. So Colin with the RP vote there. Matt.
I'm going with Montan for calling out Kess. That was a high drama moment.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah, I'm going with Jarrus for almost dying on the second planet in a row.
Gotta stop doing that.
And the Jackie Chan moments.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely had better moments this game. It wasn't just life and death. It was finally getting a chance to break out some good action there. So, Colin.
Jarrus.
Huh?
I think he said Jarrus.
I think he did, yeah.
Sound like he said sure.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, and don't call me Shirley.
He said Jarrus in chat. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see what happened. No problem. Thanks for letting us know, buddy. Okay, so that goes to Matt. So then, Matt, once again, RP vote.
Nice.
Good job. So 2 extra character points to you. Please make sure we get that noted down in the notes. All right, so the usual spiel at the end. So we've got a Friday game coming up, Mythic Savannah, starting at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Saturday, we have our Marvel Superheroes game starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tune into those and hang out with us, have some fun, redeem some points, and chat, whatever have you. Thank you again all for hanging out with us, and I hope you guys have a good night. Good night, guys.